Hey, Hannah. You there?
I'm here, Shane. What's the matter?
It's not urgent or anything, but I might not be able to text you that frequently for some time. I thought I'd inform you.
Oh? Did something happen?
Yeah. I'll spare you the details, but we had some major issues back at work. It involves some of our clients, too, so it's something that requires all the attention we can provide. Long story short, we're going to have to focus on dealing with the issue, and it might take some decent amount of time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Do you know how long it'll take for you guys?
We're not entirely sure yet, but we'll need at least 2 weeks. I'm guessing we should be able to fix things up within 3 weeks at the latest, though.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, we're all going to work overtime for a while to fix things up as soon as possible. So, basically, I'm probably not going to be able to talk with you as much unless it's like during the middle of the night. I hope that's okay.
I understand. I have no problems with that. Actually, if you're going to be busy, you don't have to worry about calling or texting me for the next few weeks. I won't bother you with my texts, too. Just tell me once your issues back at work are solved. We can talk again after that.
Are you sure? That'll actually be great.
Of course. I don't want you to worry about me when you're already stressed with what's going on back at work. I mean, I don't want you to get sleep deprived, you know? Just because we're living apart at the moment doesn't mean we forgot how to trust each other. It's not like we need to text each other every other day to remember we're married.
Yeah, you're right. Thank you so much.
I'll text you if any emergencies come up. Otherwise, I won't bother you.
Okay, then I'll text you again once everything is settled. Love you, Hannah.
I love you too, Shane. Good luck! I wish you the best.
Shane? Hello? This is Ash, Hannah's brother, in case you don't remember my name. Ash? I remember. The last time we talked was during your wedding, right? What's the matter? Is something wrong? Where are you right now? I'm at work. I was just about to take a quick lunch break. Why? What? I'm sorry, but do you think this is funny? Because this is really messed up, man. Huh? Wait, I don't understand. I wasn't trying to be rude or anything, but I am sorry if I came across that way. What's wrong with you? I thought you were much more better than this. You seemed like a chill guy. Okay, never mind. You know why I'm texting you right now, right? I'm sorry, but I'm utterly clueless. Seriously? Give me a break. I'd appreciate some insight, though. Why do you sound so stressed? Shane, bro, my man. You really shouldn't ghost people. We're talking about an actual funeral. And it's for your wife's parents. You know? Wait, what? We're going to start the funeral in a few hours. I know they're not your parents, but don't you think it's kind of rude not to join us? Like, even if you were super busy, the least you could have done is tell us you weren't coming. Honestly, I'm pretty disappointed in you. You couldn't even give us one call. I'm sorry to hear about your parents, Ash. But I didn't know about the funeral. I didn't even know they passed away. What? You're not kidding? You really didn't know? This is the first time I've ever heard about it. Okay. Wait, first of all, do you know about how our parents were hospitalized after getting into a car accident? A car accident? Really? Is that why they've passed? Yeah. They were both taken to the same hospital. Dad didn't make it out of surgery. My mom did, but she died anyway a few days after him. I see. I thought it was odd that they were both having a funeral at the same time. I'm deeply sorry for your loss. They were extremely nice people. Yeah. Today's the main funeral. We're going to bury them at a nearby cemetery. Do you think you can come? I'll send you the address. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't bother. I'm 100% sure I can't make it. The earliest I can get there would be tonight.
Why? Boss won't allow it? I don't know where you work, but I do know where you and Hannah live. It shouldn't be that far from here. If you don't have a car or something, I can come and get you. Oh, and you don't have to worry about your clothes, if that's what you're concerned about. I'm pretty sure Mom and Dad won't care even if you attended their funeral in hoodies and jeans.
Actually, I'm in Chicago right now. I've been working here for the past 2 years or so. Our company opened a new branch and I was assigned to work here.
Chicago? Whoa, that's far. Guess we'll need to get you an airplane ticket if we wanted to get you here, huh? Makes sense why you can't make it.
I'm guessing Hannah's going to come too. Could you tell her I'm sorry about not being able to show up? If she forgot to text me, she must have been really shaken up. I don't want her to blame herself for me not being there.
Actually, this is kind of awkward.
What's awkward?
So, I couldn't get Hannah on the phone either. I haven't seen her in a while, too.
Really? Do you know if everything is okay with her?
Well, I'm not sure if okay is the right word to describe the situation. But I don't think she's hurt or anything. I'm sure she's fine.
Okay. Well, as long as she's safe.
Hey, Shane? I'm probably going to be repeating myself several times, but can I borrow a few more minutes of your time? I want to get some things straight, and I'm going to need you to answer some weird questions.
Sure. Ask me anything. I'll answer what I can.
Thanks. So, just making sure. But you've been in Chicago for the past 2 years or something?
Yeah, but Hannah's still in our old place. I mean, Hannah's working too, so we can't just both move. I'm guessing that's where your confusion stems from.
Yeah, probably. So you're like in a long-distance relationship right now?
Pretty much. I'll be back home in a few more weeks, though.
Huh. Do you and Hannah talk to each other frequently? You know, like calling each other and stuff.
Yeah, I guess we do. We don't talk every day, but we call or text each other every other day and talk about how we're doing.
When was the last time you talked to her then?
About 2 weeks ago, I think.
2 weeks? Sounds like it's been more than several days to me.
Yeah, we had this thing back at work and I couldn't text her as frequently. I told Hannah about it, and she said she won't text me unless there was an emergency.
Huh. I see. Then I'm guessing you haven't met her in person for a while.
Yeah, the last time I was with her in person was about 5 months ago. I got a few days off of work, so I thought I should visit her.
5 months ago, huh? Mom and Dad got in that car crash about 2 weeks ago, but you never heard about that, right?
I'm sorry, but no. It's just like I said earlier.
Got it.
Why exactly are you asking me these questions?
Well, the thing is, I actually called Hannah about 5 days ago. She had me handle all the funeral stuff. Said she was busy. So I needed to tell her about the date and time we were holding the funeral after I decided on it. But the person who answered the phone was a guy, and he said he was you.
Me?
Yeah. I thought he didn't sound like you, but I brushed it off thinking it was either my imagination or the speakers making your voice weird. Anyway, the guy said Hannah had a really bad cold, and that was the reason why he was answering my call instead of her. I told him I called because I wanted to talk about the funeral, and I gave him the general details. But, Shane, according to you, you were in Chicago when I called?
Yeah.
And there's no way you could have answered Hannah's phone in her place.
I didn't even know you called her. If you need me to prove myself, I think I can get a record of me clocking in at my office if I ask some people.
Huh. To be honest, I'm willing to take your word, but that might help just in case. We can talk about that later, though. That's not the main thing I want to talk about. After that call, I called Hannah again, a day or two later. I mean, I wanted to check on her. If she's still sick, we might have to either do the funeral without her or reschedule, right? Anyway, the guy who said he was you answered the call again. I told him everything, and he said he'll talk to Hannah about it.
But ever since that call, I never got a hold of them again. Really? Yeah. I texted her, I called her, but no dice. I mean, I was the one who was supposed to prepare for everything, and the guy did say that Hannah was sick. And I guess having both of my parents suddenly die also took the cool out of me. I hate to admit it, but I don't think I was thinking straight. Guess I was in a panic. I completely forgot that you and I exchanged contact details when we met back at my wedding. Don't be so hard on yourself. Anyone would feel that way after going through what you have. Thanks. Anyway, that's why I texted you now. I just remembered a few minutes before I contacted you today. I see. I think I have a general idea of what went on. You mentioned today was the main funeral. Are you doing something later on? Yeah. Since there was a chance Hannah couldn't come, I arranged it so that we can have a wake on a later date. You know, the reception where we gather around and spend time as family. Some people who can't come today will be there too. Got it. You think you might be able to come? It's on Saturday, 3 days from now. Starts at 6 p.m. If you need a ride from the airport, I'm here for you. Thanks. If it's on a Saturday, I'm pretty sure I can make it. The ride would really help, though. All right, man. Just tell me what time and I'll go and pick you up. Thanks. I'll also see if I can get Hannah on the line. Understood. Sorry for robbing your lunch break. I'll talk to you later. Don't worry about it. I'll text you again once I get my airplane ticket. Hannah? This is urgent, so I'll get straight to the point. Do you know the details about your parents' funeral? The burial is happening today, and the reception's going to be on Saturday at 6 p.m. Your brother's getting worried. For whatever reason, he can't get a hold of you. He wasn't even able to check in with you about the date and time of the funeral. I'll be catching a flight and attending the reception. Don't worry about the car. Ash is giving me a ride. Once you read my message, make sure you contact him. Okay? Hey, Shane. Thanks for coming. I know it was pretty sudden. Evening, Ash. Don't worry about it. I'm sorry about not being able to make it to the burial. It's alright. It's not your fault after all. I just found out who the guy was on Hannah's phone. You know, the guy who was impersonating you. Really? Who is it? First things first, I'm going to have to warn you. Things aren't looking really good for you. What do you mean? There's a lot of things to talk about, so it'd be better to tell you in person. Are you going back to Chicago? Not yet. We're nearly done solving our issue at work, so I was able to get permission to work remotely. I was thinking of staying in town for a few more days. I'm worried about the whole thing with Hannah. Got it. Good call, I guess. Would you be at your old place? I'm thinking of visiting you tomorrow afternoon, if that's all right with you. Yeah, come by anytime. I'll be waiting. Hannah?
Hey, Shane. It's been about a few weeks, huh? Is everything back at work all right? Everything solved?
Yeah, pretty much. There's no need to worry about that. Anyway, I'm back home right now.
Wait, you are? It's not a holiday or anything, right? Did you take some days off of work? Is that even okay?
I managed. What about you? What have you been doing?
I was kind of busy with some things too. It's all handled now, though. I'm out right now spending time with my work buddies. I'll probably be home late, so could you eat dinner by yourself?
Forget about dinner. Did you contact your brother?
Ash? No. Why?
Just contact him. It'll be faster that way.
Okay. Shane, I can explain.
You were cheating with a guy you used to date back in college. And you were on a trip with him for about a week. Or so I've heard.
Wait, Shane, please listen. I didn't know the funeral already happened. I thought it was happening this week. I thought I still had time. I just didn't know.
But you don't deny cheating on me?
I mean, it's not like we were actively trying to cheat on you. But I can't really deny being with him, can I? I am sorry about it. For real. I just felt lonely because you weren't with me. And one day I just ran into Kyle. We just hung out together several times and had dinner and stuff. Things just happened, you know? But I mean, I understand why you might see it that way. I'm sorry.
So, you weren't cheating, but you went on a 1-week overseas trip with him? Without telling me anything?
Well, yes.
Yeah, I'm not buying that. Look, just spare me the excuses and tell me what really went on. First of all, how did you not even know about the date of your parents' funeral? You knew about them passing away from that car crash, didn't you? Ash and I both know that this Kyle guy answered Ash's call at least 3 times, pretending to be me. Believing that Kyle was me, Ash told him about the specifics about the funeral. He should have told you the details about the funeral. And yet you didn't come. It doesn't even seem like you knew about it. Why? How does that even happen? Just tell me the truth, Hannah. There's no point in hiding anything at this point, right?
Well, yeah, I guess you're right. So, the thing is, Kyle and I both planned our trip out a few months ago. It was before the car crash. I didn't want to cancel our trip, though. I mean, I've never been overseas before, and we already got our tickets. We booked a hotel, too. I thought I might still be able to make the trip if I had Ash prepare the funeral, so that's what I did. And during the trip, Kyle told me he'll hold on to my phone. He said it so I can focus on the trip without worrying about getting and replying to texts from Ash. He said it was so I could enjoy myself. Kyle promised that he'll tell me if Ash or anyone else contacted me. And he did tell me about Ash's first call. But he lied about it. Kyle said the funeral was going to be held this week. That's why I thought I didn't have to worry about it during the trip. He didn't tell me about the second call or all the other times Ash tried to contact me. He didn't tell me about your texts either. I just got him to explain to me, and he said he did everything so we could enjoy our first overseas trip together. But, I mean, it's too much. He even deleted all the texts you and Ash sent me so I wouldn't see them once I got my phone back. He even blocked you two while we were on our trip. Anyway, I really didn't know that the funeral was already over. I really thought it was going to be this week.
I see.
I mean, I just can't believe him. I didn't know he was such a jerk. So, I said I wasn't even going to meet him again. Like, I broke up with him. So you don't have to worry about that anymore.
Okay.
Like, it's unbelievable, right? A guy shouldn't lie about a funeral. I told him what he did was unforgivable. I won't ever see him again, I promise.
But Hannah, you knew about your parents getting in that car crash, and you knew they passed away, right? Your brother directly informed you about it, but you went on that trip regardless, right?
Well, yeah.
And you didn't even bother to tell me about it, right? Even though you have multiple opportunities to?
I'm sorry. I just didn't know how to bring it up.
Are you sure? Because I'm thinking you didn't bring it up because you were simply afraid of the possibility of me coming back. After all, a husband would probably want to stay with his wife if her parents got in a car accident. Especially if it involved death. You really wanted to go on that trip, huh? I hope you had fun.
Shane, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry too.
So, we're good now, right? I mean, I said I was sorry, and I promised I won't see Kyle again. We can forget about this and move on, right?
Hannah, even if you broke up with him, the fact still remains that you cheated on me. I don't think we can just forget about that.
But it's over with Kyle. I'm not going to see him anymore. You don't have to worry about it anymore. The issue resolved itself. So, we're okay, right?
I'm sorry, but we're not okay. Look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to get a divorce.
Huh?
I'm sure Ash expressed his disappointment in you too. He and I talked things over in private. You're not allowed to set foot in his or his parents' house anymore. At least for a decent while.
But, I mean, I can't just ignore the fact that my parents died. I need to at least pay them some respect.
If you want to do that, no one's going to stop you. Just do it when everyone else isn't there, so they don't have to see your face.
Shane, whatever the case, I'm going to come back home now. So I think we should take some time to talk things over in person. You know? We can, talk things over dinner and stuff. I can explain my side of the story, too.
I left home. I won't be coming back.
Huh?
I left the documents we need for the divorce and my lawyer's contact details on the dining table. You can check them once you're back home.
Hold on! Why do we need to get a divorce? That's absurd! There's literally no reason to! I broke up with Kyle, and I apologized about the funeral! What more do you need from me?
Hannah, I can't trust a person who's going to cheat on me. And I certainly can't trust a person who'd rather go on a trip with her boyfriend than tell her husband about her parents' death and funeral. You say you broke up with Kyle, but would you have done the same if the funeral thing didn't happen? Would you have done the same if your parents didn't pass away?
But, Shane…
Look, if there's anything else important you need to say, you can tell it to my lawyer. Otherwise, you really shouldn't bother. Goodbye, Hannah. It was nice while it lasted.
Shane? Could you maybe reconsider the whole lawsuit thing? I don't have the money. I can't afford it. I was hoping I could get some money out of my parents' fortune, but it turns out I'm not getting even a cent of inheritance. It seems like my parents thought I don't deserve it since I never bothered showing my face to them after I got married to you. Everything went to my brother and his family, just because they were the ones who bothered to hang out with them during the holidays and stuff. It's not like Ash did anything special, though. All he did was help them out every now and then. My parents are being petty. Well, they were petty, I guess. It's not fair, but it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do about it now, so I'm stuck. Basically, I'm kind of broke at the moment. And I'm so stressed out because of Kyle's wife. She's totally crazy. I never knew he was married. That dude really didn't bother to tell me anything. I used up a lot of my money on that overseas trip we had. I really don't have any spare change. I mean, I would have asked you for money if we weren't divorced. Are you still upset? Would you consider getting back together if I asked nicely? It's not like we had a bad relationship, right? We got along well. We could totally start things over. Please? Come on, Shane. The least you can do is read my texts. Answering a single call won't kill you. Come on, Shane. Please?
Hannah kept on pressing the fact that she broke up with Kyle. In her mind, it seems like we have no reason to get divorced since she's no longer cheating on me. I was baffled by her, to say the least. My lawyer stepped in and gave her a nice talk, though. He pretty much summed up everything I wanted to say, talking about trust and commitment. Several hours of talking seemed to finally help Hannah understand that what she did was something unforgivable. Even if she broke up with her boyfriend after everything, the fact still remains that she cheated on me once, and the fact still remains she would have probably continued the relationship had things been different. It seemed like that was when Hannah finally understood she had no chance with me anymore. She finally agreed to getting a divorce and paid for the lawsuits, borrowing money from someplace. After not being able to attend her parents' funeral, getting cut off from her brother, breaking up with her boyfriend, and getting a divorce, it seems like Hannah developed depression. Although I would love to feel sorry for her, I can't say that I am. After all, this could have all been avoided if she didn't cheat on me, or if she didn't prioritize her trip over her parents' funeral. After a while, I heard that she's currently still working at her old job while trying to repay all her debt. She's occasionally taking days off of work depending on her mental state, but it doesn't seem like she's doing well. Ash and I can only hope this tough experience would help her sort out her priorities in the future.
If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and subscribing to the channel. Feel free to leave any thoughts in the comment section, and I hope we get to see you in the next video. Thanks for watching!
Good evening, Michelle. Do you have a minute now? There's something that I'd like to discuss with you.
Good evening, Eloise. Yeah, I do have some time. I'm sorry about visiting you all of a sudden today, by the way. And thank you for being so nice and welcoming regardless. Your house was really beautiful and so clean. I'd love to live in a house like that one day. It's the house of my dreams.
Oh, you don't need to worry about that at all. It was a pleasure to meet you. Tom called me just in time to tell me that he was going to bring you home. So I just made sure to do some cleaning just before you guys got here. Otherwise, the place would have been a total mess.
Ah, I see. Yeah, it was last minute, wasn't it? Sorry about that, too. We were planning to go hiking in the mountains nearby, but the rain and wind just wouldn't stop. He wanted to show me some of his favorite trails, and I would have loved to have seen that, but oh well.
Yes, I heard they were the trails that he used to go on when he was still a boy.
Yeah, but we couldn't really do that in the weather, so that's why he ended up inviting me to visit your house that he grew up in.
Yeah, that's what he told me, and I was glad I met you today. Also, the cookies that you got for us as a gift were delicious. I think you have great taste. Thank you for that.
I'm glad that you enjoyed them. I'd love to come back again when your husband is home, too. Tom always talks very fondly of his dad, and he's so proud of him. I would love to meet him soon as well.
Are you saying that you didn't really want to see me, then? My husband was at work.
Oh, no, that's not what I meant at all. I'm really sorry if it came off that way. I was really happy that I got to see you. Tom always tells me how great of a mom you were to him, and he loves you so much, too.
I'm not sure I can believe what you're saying now. I actually have a bone to pick with you, and that's why I decided to text you.
Oh, really? What did I do? I'll try my best to fix it.
I heard from Tom that you guys both work at the same company. I also heard that you're his manager, and you're already 3 years older than him.
Yeah, that's all true. I'm currently the manager of our department, and we work together.
Together? You mean he works under you, right? You look down on him and treat him like he's beneath you, don't you?
What? Oh, no. Eloise, I definitely don't do that.
And how about the age difference?
Yeah, I'm 3 years older than him. Do you think that I'm too old for your son? I've been a little self-conscious about our age difference, actually. He always tells me that it's completely okay, but I feel bad about it sometimes. I know that it's not something I can change, though. It's something that we've both talked about in the past, and we're okay now. It's not a problem for us.
I don't care if you guys have no problem about this. I don't really like it at all.
Oh, really?
If you're 3 years older than him, that makes you currently 33. That's way past the prime age for a woman to give birth. Your expiration date has already passed. You're nothing but an old, useless no one.
Well, yes, but that's not that old, is it? I'm a bit offended that you said that when we're both women.
You're turning 34 in the next 3 months. Oh, that's not good at all. That makes things even worse.
Even worse? What do you mean by that exactly? Would you be able to explain why you're saying things like this out of nowhere?
The fact that you're even asking me to explain it to you is very disappointing and unbelievable. I was hoping that you'd be smart enough to figure this out yourself. Maybe your brain is starting to deteriorate as well.
I'm sorry if I disappointed you. I'm just a little shocked by what you've been saying to me, and I can't figure out why you're being like this.
Okay, fine then. I guess I'll explain what I'm thinking to you then. I'm worried that an old woman like you might not be able to have any children. Even if you did manage to give birth by some miracle, it would probably be just one child. You definitely wouldn't be able to have any more after that.
Wait, that's what you're worried about? Me being able to give birth?
Of course that's what I'm worried about. I've wanted to have grandchildren for the longest time. I've mentioned this to Tom so many times in the past as well. I told him to have children as soon as he got married. And I can't believe that he still decided to choose a woman like you as his partner. You're too old. A younger woman would have given me a much better chance at having a grandchild.
Sorry to interrupt you, but I don't think that there's anything you need to worry about if that's the case then. It's completely normal for women to give birth in their 30s these days. I'm still only 33 years old. Also, I've taken a fertility test at the hospital before, as I've always wanted to have children too. And the doctor told me that I was perfectly fertile and that I should have no problem at all having children. Does that solve your worries for you?
Well, that's a bit of a relief, and good for you. But still, who knows how long that fertility test is valid for? You're not getting any younger after all. The results of that test could change easily.
Well, that might be true.
I just think it would be so much better for him to find a woman that's younger than him. There's just way too many risks with an old person like you. A woman in her early 20s or younger would just be so much better for him in so many ways.
Well, there's not much that I can do about my age, unfortunately.
The more I think about it, the more I think that you're a bad idea. I really think that he should find a woman in her 20s at the oldest. A woman in her early 20s would be the best for him.
It's not like I can magically just change my age, Eloise. This is insane.
Well then, you're just going to have to end your relationship with him then.
What?
I heard that he recently proposed to you, but I'm not going to accept that. I want you to leave him right away. End of conversation. You got that?
Hey, Michelle. I hope that you've been doing well. Are you busy right now?
Oh, hey, Alice. It's been a while. Yeah, I'm free right now. How are you doing these days?
I'm not doing that great, to be honest.
Oh, no. What happened?
Well, I don't really want to make you worry, but there's something that's been going on. I haven't talked about this to anyone yet either. I thought that you should be the first person I discuss this with.
You're really starting to worry me now. Are you okay? Tell me what's going on.
I've been followed around and approached by a guy recently. The strange thing is, he's always with this older woman who I think is actually his mother. The two of them keep chasing me around everywhere I go.
OMG. That's so scary. So they're like stalking you?
Yeah, pretty much. You can call it that.
Do you have any idea who these people are?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it might be some people that we both know.
Who is it? Do I know them?
Okay, I don't want you to freak out when I say this, but I think it might be your fiancé Tom and his mom.
What? No. No way. Are you sure about that?
Well, I'm not actually. I've only seen a photo of Tom that you sent me when you guys got engaged. But the woman who's been following me looks just like the guy in the photo you sent me, so I'm sure they're related somewhat.
OMG. No way. I can't believe it. I knew he was acting weird recently. He'd come home at weird times and wouldn't really tell me why or what he's been doing. I didn't think he would be stalking a 20-year-old girl like you all this time.
Well, do you have any idea why they're doing this to me?
Do you think that they know that you're my cousin?
Well, I don't know.
I think that I might know what's happening now. I think I know the reason why they might be doing this to you.
Please could you tell me what's happening? I'm kind of starting to get really scared for my safety here.
I'm really sorry that this is happening to you. I'll try to fix this ASAP, okay? So, Tom's mom is against us getting married.
Oh, how come?
She told me that she didn't want her son to marry a woman that was older than him. She said that an older woman won't be able to give birth to her grandchildren, and so she told me to break up with him.
Wow, That's such a terrible thing to say to you. I'm starting to see the bigger picture now, though. They talked to me, and what they were saying to me makes sense now.
What did they say? I hope that they didn't do anything to hurt you.
They approached me at the bus stop and said some really creepy stuff. Like how they were looking for a woman like me. I had no idea what they meant by that at the time, but now it makes sense. They also asked me to come with them to take a fertility test with them at the hospital. Isn't that crazy?
OMG, how could they?
I tried to ignore them, but they wouldn't leave me alone at all. They insisted I go with them and wouldn't budge. And then the older woman said that she'd book a hotel for me and her son so that we could check how compatible we are with each other.
What? OMG, no.
I was really freaked out, and that's when I just ran away. I think he was shouting at me and asking me to get married to him as I was running away, but yeah, that was freaky.
OMG. I can't believe that they would do that to you. That's such a gross thing to say to you. I'm so sorry that you had to go through that.
It's so gross, right? I'm kind of traumatized to even go outside now. I ran away as fast as I could and came home.
Alice, OMG. I'm so sorry that they approached you like that.
You really shouldn't be apologizing to me, Michelle. It's not your fault at all. I just didn't know what to do about the situation myself. What do you think that I should be doing?
Make sure you tell your mom and dad that you're being stalked. Your safety is the #1 priority right now. I'll also do my best to stop this from happening to you. I'll get on it right away.
Okay, thanks so much, Michelle. I'll talk to my parents about this immediately.
Hello, Michelle. I just wanted to clear some things up today. As of this text message, you and Tom are no longer engaged. He managed to find someone that suits him so much better than you. He proposed to a girl called Alice, who I think is also your 20-year-old cousin. Correct? I don't think that he received a concrete answer from her yet, but I think it's just a matter of time before she says yes. She was so shy when he proposed to her that she decided to run away. But I know she was just being shy. She has a thing for my Tom, that's for sure. We still need to see if they are compatible in bed, and she needs to take a fertility test, but I'm sure that will all be okay. She's very young and fresh after all. Anyway, what I can say for sure is that he definitely will not be getting married to you anymore. So don't try to see or talk to him ever again. I know it'll be difficult to give up such a great man, but I want you to forget about him. I also want you to quit your job as well. I wouldn't want my son to have to work at the same company as his ex-fiancée. Are you not going to bother applying to me at all, Michelle? That's very rude of you. I know that you're reading these messages that I've been sending. How about you say something? Okay, I guess I will say something then. Your son is fired. Excuse me? What did you just say to me? Michelle, what the hell is going on? I know that you're the one behind this. Tom just came back hysterical from work. He told me that he was fired. What the hell did you do? This is unacceptable. Good evening, Eloise. I just took the necessary action. He deserves to be fired. How could my lovely son deserve to be fired? You need to explain yourself. Why don't you just ask him yourself? I think that he very well knows the reason why he was fired. He's locked himself in his room and won't come out. I've tried to calm him down so that we could talk, but it's not working at all. That's why I'm asking you about what's happening. Hurry up and answer my question. Fine then. I guess I'll explain why. Although you should know the reason already. You were helping him out after all. Both of you were stalking my cousin Alice and trying to force her to get married to him, right? Did you call him a stalker just now? How dare you say that about him?
He's not a criminal like that. All he did was tell Alice how he really felt about her. He has every right to propose to her.
I really don't understand why you can see the situation like that.
You're crazy. I heard that you and Alice have both been in love with him for a while. You were fighting over him to see who would get to marry him. He made the wrong choice at the start and chose you, all because you work together. But I convinced him that you were the wrong option, especially because of your old age. That's why he decided to go for Alice instead. I just helped him give her the opportunity to become his wife. I also wanted to make sure that she really was suitable for him, and that's why I went with him to see her.
That's not what happened at all. You've got everything wrong.
What are you talking about?
Let's see. Where should I start? At the beginning, I only thought of Tom as one of my juniors. He was the one who fell in love with me the day we met, and he kept approaching me since then. Our relationship started because he was very persistent, and I thought, why not?
That's not what I heard at all. I thought that you were the one that fell in love with him at first sight.
Well, he must have lied to you then. And second of all, Alice was never in love with him at all. She actually has a boyfriend who's gone to study abroad for a few months, but he'll be back.
She has a boyfriend? Then why did Tom insist on wanting to marry her then?
That's probably because he wanted to get an easy promotion at work.
What are you talking about? That doesn't make any sense. You and Alice don't have anything to do with his promotions at work.
Actually, I'm going to become the next CEO of that company.
Wait, what? You're the next CEO!
Alice is the daughter of the current CEO. She'll probably end up becoming the CEO later in her career as well.
I had no idea about that either.
Tom thought that he would be one of the higher-ups of the company if he married one of us working in upper management at the company. That's what one of his male coworkers told me anyway. I even have an audio recording of that conversation too, actually, so it's not made up. Either way, his plan would have never worked anyway. This company promotes people based on their skills and loyalty to the company. He wouldn't get any special treatment just because he was to marry the CEO.
I'm so shocked to be hearing all this. I really can't believe that you're going to be a CEO. The company that you guys work for is meant to be really big and famous.
That's really not important right now. We have other problems that we need to talk about. The biggest problem right now is the fact that Alice is getting stalked. She's been really traumatized and is very scared to set foot outside her house.
I told you we had no intention of stalking her.
It doesn't matter what your intentions were. What you guys did was not okay at all. I'm guessing you believed his lie that she was really into him, and you tried to rush him into marrying her. All for your selfish goal of having a grandchild. All you think about is yourself.
Well, I just thought that a young woman like Alice would be perfect for him. I really think that they would make such a perfect couple.
Did you not think about how she would feel at all? How do you think it felt being approached and followed around by two complete strangers? You even tried to make her go to a hotel with him. What you did is absolutely unacceptable. She's completely traumatized now.
You're just overreacting. I'm sure that she's doing fine now. I didn't ask her to do anything bad.
You tried to force her to spend a night with a guy that she doesn't know or like. You also tried to talk her into having a baby so that you could have a grandchild. I think that any woman would be really scared being chased around by strangers saying creepy things like that. I can totally understand why her dad, who's the current CEO of the company, would be so mad. That's why Tom was fired from the company.
Well, I didn't know all of the details. That's why it might have come off as a little creepy. I still don't think that it's something that he deserves to get fired for.
It doesn't matter what you knew beforehand. What you guys did is absolutely despicable. Both of you deserve to be punished. There's no way anyone would want to keep working with a monster like Tom in the office. It's such a relief for all of us that he got fired.
He always told me that he really liked working there. I can't believe that he's really going to get fired. Can you try to talk to the higher-ups to see if they'll change their minds about this?
There is absolutely no way I'm doing that. We're also going to hire a lawyer for Alice to sue you guys for the emotional damage you guys caused. She's too scared to even step outside now, and she's gonna need a lot of counseling and mental health care. Wait, what? You guys are suing us for something like this? Can't we just forget that this ever happened? Tom losing his job should be enough punishment already. You can discuss the rest with our lawyer. He'll be in contact with you in the next couple of days. Michelle, wait! Let's talk this all out! I think we can come up with a better conclusion than this. I'll start off by letting you marry Tom. I made the wrong judgment about you, and I'm sorry. In fact, you guys should get engaged again right away. You really need to shut your mouth. I don't want to talk to a gross human being like you anymore. Goodbye. As soon as Tom and Eloise realized that he wouldn't be able to marry Alice, they changed their focus on me again. I received a ton of abuse, vile text messages from the both of them telling me to get engaged to him again. Thankfully, his dad found out about what was happening and put an immediate stop to it. He apologized to me profusely and told me that he would make sure that they would leave me alone, so thank God for that. He also apologized to Alice and paid her the entire settlement fee that her lawyer was asking Tom to pay. I heard that he was planning to make Tom pay him back every last cent of it instead, though. To top this all off, he decided to get a divorce from Eloise. Apparently, they already had some problems in their marriage, and this incident was the very last straw. He kicked the two of them out of his house and decided to sell his house too. Eloise and Tom are currently living in a small apartment room together to save some money. I heard that they're arguing every single day, blaming each other for the terrible situation that they've managed to find themselves in. Thanks for watching. Feel free to like the video and leave a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you in the next one.
Christina, are you busy? Can I talk to you now?
Sure, what's up?
It's just that my parents want us to get together and have a talk about what's going on at their house.
At their house? Is something wrong?
You remember I told you that my mom has been having a lot of pain in her legs and hips since last year?
Yeah, I remember. I hope it's not getting worse.
Yeah, I think it is. My dad said it's getting pretty difficult for her to get around these days, even with her stick. He also said he thinks she might have some early signs of dementia.
Dementia? Oh no. Have they seen a doctor about it? I thought she was still in her 60s. Isn't it a bit early for symptoms of dementia?
Yeah, if it's dementia, it's probably early onset dementia, or young onset, or something like that. I think that's what they call it when you start seeing symptoms before the age of 65. I had a look on the internet, but I didn't really understand much about it. But my mom is 63, so I guess it's not really that early when you think about it. Anyway, she's got an appointment with a specialist next week for tests, so we'll find out then, I suppose. We just have to wait for the results.
That's awful, Brian. I'm sorry you're going through this. Let's do some research and find out some more about it. Is that what they want to talk about?
Yeah, but more about how we're gonna deal with her care.
Her care? Do you think she needs someone to look after her then?
Yeah, my dad says he can't manage it by himself. He's getting old and it's difficult for him to lift her. I'd be worried about him getting injured as well. So we're gonna sit down and talk about it. My dad, my brothers, and you and me.
Am I the only wife who's going to be there? What about your brothers? Are they bringing their wives too? I wouldn't feel right if I was the only one there who isn't strictly family. It sounds like this is something you should talk about with your brothers. I'm not sure what I could say to help.
But I'm also the eldest and you're my wife. It's a little different.
How is it different that you're the eldest? That doesn't really mean anything, does it? I've never really heard of a wife being distinguished because her husband is the eldest son. Unless it was in the olden days or something. And we're talking about your parents, Brian. They always said from the start that they didn't want any help. They specifically said they didn't want us to ask for help with stuff like childcare and loans, so we didn't need to worry about looking after them in their old age either. I remember your mom was particularly adamant that she didn't want me living with her. When they were just married and you said something about living with them when they got old, she laughed and told you under no circumstances will she have me in her house. I remember that because I thought it was kind of a mean thing to say, especially when she didn't know what would happen in the future.
That's old stuff that happened years ago. Why are you bringing that up now?
It doesn't really matter how long ago that was. It was kind of offensive to me. I think you should try to figure out this care situation by yourselves. I wouldn't feel right being there.
Don't you feel sorry for my dad?
He's the one who said he would deal with this kind of situation if it arose. Why has he suddenly changed his mind? And I'm sorry, but you know your mom has never liked me. She always puts me down and makes me feel worthless. I'm sure she doesn't want me there helping make decisions about her future. It's weird that you would even ask, to be honest.
Oh, don't be so mean. She's in trouble now. Can't you just think of that for a moment?
I'm not trying to be mean. I just think if your dad can't take care of her by himself, you should consider a professional nurse or a care home for her.
My mom is still perfectly aware of everything that's going on, Christina. She can't go into a care home. She'd hate it. Don't you have any sympathy whatsoever? I guess you can say those things because it's my parents and not yours. I'm sure if it was your mom, you'd be right there helping.
Maybe I would. It's totally different, though. My mom has never treated me like your mom did. But it's really not that. I just understand what caring for someone with dementia is like. My grandma had it. If you think that your mom would object to a care home, I really think you should look into getting professional help. Why don't you try that first? And before you criticize my attitude, you or one of your brothers should definitely try looking after your mom by yourself and tell me how simple you think it is.
We can't. We all have to work to think about it. We can't take time off that easily. And my brothers are busy with their families.
I have work as well. Why should I take time off and not you guys?
But your company is more understanding about flexible hours and stuff like that, isn't it? And some days you can even work from home.
So what? I can't work from home and look after your mom at the same time. Are you saying the whole time your idea was to ask me to look after her?
No, that wasn't the plan. But I just thought that out of all of us, you have the most flexibility, so you'd be the most likely to be able to help.
But I'm not the only one in the family with flexible work. How about Naomi, your brother Steve's wife?
Naomi is still only in her 20s. I don't think that she has the life experience to be able to look after someone like my mom.
How about Carl then? He's the youngest, but he's self-employed, right? Perhaps he has some flexibility too.
We can't ask Carl. He's totally unreliable. He'd do an awful job.
This is your mom you're talking about, though. Don't you think he could do with the responsibility? He wouldn't let her down, would he?
I don't know. He's pretty careless.
That doesn't explain why I seem to be the person chosen to shoulder this responsibility.
That's because you're my wife and I'm the eldest. We have a responsibility to our family, so you have to do your share.
That makes no sense whatsoever, Brian. What has being the eldest got to do with anything in the 21st century? I'm not going to entertain any of those outdated ideas that it's a wife's responsibility to look after her husband's family. Before you ask me to help you, please at least attempt to deal with this by yourselves.
It's not outdated to ask someone for a favor. At least give it some thought before you completely dismiss the idea. It's fine, just come with me and talk to my dad and brothers about it. You were living at home while your mom was looking after your grandma, weren't you?
Yeah, I helped my mom out a lot in those days. It was a lot of work and I don't have fond memories of it.
My brothers and I have no idea about caring for someone with dementia. I think you could have a lot of good advice for us. Can't you just come to tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I don't mind. I just wish I could be sure you'll listen to me.
Okay, we're all going to meet up at my parents' house next Sunday. Can you make sure that you don't have plans that day?
Sure, I'll put it in my calendar. But I'm only there to give advice, okay? You're the ones who'll have to deal with the actual business of looking after her. You promise you won't ask me, okay?
Yeah, sure, I hear ya. I'll explain to my dad. I'm sure he'll understand. Come back here, Christina. This is insane. We haven't finished discussing this yet. You can't just leave in the middle of a family meeting.
That's not a discussion. What you guys are doing is something completely different. It's all of you ganging up on me to try and persuade me to be a full-time caregiver to your mom. I really shouldn't have gone. I thought I could trust you, Brian. You lied to me. You said you'd explain to everyone why I couldn't do it. And you said I'd just be there to give advice. You put me in a really uncomfortable situation.
You're my wife, and I'm the eldest. If I have to deal with my mom's care, you should help me. I don't know why I have to explain this to you. It's common sense. You married into my family, so you have a responsibility to help us when we're in need.
I told you that I can't. I don't want to, for various reasons. And you have plenty of other ways of dealing with this.
Can you at least come back to my parents' house now? We can't figure any of this out if you're not here.
How do you mean? Why do you need me to be there? I've already given you all the advice I can. This is about caring for your mom. It's you guys who need to make the decision. And your dad isn't listening to any of my advice. He just seems set on making me look after her, which I've already said I'm not going to do. I'm not going back there.
It just makes far more sense if you look after her. You've got the experience.
So you're asking me to make a huge sacrifice for you and your mom. For what?
Oh, you can't call it a huge sacrifice. We're not asking that much. It's my mom. She's very important to me, so she should be very important to you as well.
If she's so important to you and it's not a sacrifice, why don't you give up work to look after her? I guess there are plenty of reasons why you don't want to. Especially now that I explained some of the things I had to do for my grandma. It's not just work, or the fact that professional care costs so much. You don't want to have to look after your mom on the toilet, or put her in the bath and wash her naked body, do you? You don't even want to know what's involved in looking after someone with mobility issues. You just want me to deal with it for free so you never have to think about it.
It's not that we think it's easy. We heard what you said about your grandma. But Mom says that she doesn't want one of us looking after her. She really doesn't want someone of the opposite sex around when she's naked and stuff.
But your mom is still doing pretty well by herself. She just needs help getting in and out of the bath and things like that. So why don't you just employ a carer for those things for now, and then think about it again when it seems like she needs more help? That could be years away. And in the meantime, your dad or someone can help her on the toilet. He can probably do that, can't he?
Maybe, but he's getting on himself. I don't know how long he could manage that.
Then why doesn't your youngest brother move in with them? He wouldn't have to pay rent, so it might be a good choice for him. You and your middle brother could help at the weekend, too.
But that's a lot of effort for all of us. It would be a big burden.
Excuse me? A burden for you? What's it supposed to be for me, then? At least you'd be sharing the burden. And you'd have a helper on the weekdays, so there'd be 5 people helping. If you think doing a fifth of the work is too much for you, how am I supposed to be able to do everything? You're basically admitting that you want me to work for you for free. That's unacceptable.
Christina, can't you try think of this from my perspective for a moment? I'm not trying to push some kind of old-fashioned way of thinking on you, but I'm the oldest son. I have a responsibility. I have to show the way for everyone in the family. Don't you see? If I don't do something, no one will.
Then why don't you deal with it yourself? Why are you asking me? I'm not the eldest son. I think you should try looking after your mom full-time for a week, and then you can find out if it's really something you can ask me to do. You're asking me to work as a carer for your mom mornings and nights, while still holding down a full-time job during the day? Don't you think that's totally unfair?
You could quit your job. It's not like you have anything important to buy, is it?
What?
You did say that if we have kids, you'd probably quit your job to look after them, or at least take maternity leave for a while. If that's the case, why don't you just quit now and help your family with this problem? I think we can probably get by on my salary for a while.
Becoming a caregiver and becoming a mother are two completely different things. It's a case of quitting my job for me and my life goals versus quitting it for you or some other reason.
If you feel that way, then how can you suggest that I quit my job for this? That's even more selfish.
I'm not suggesting that really. I'm only saying that because you keep saying you need to take responsibility as the eldest. The actual solution I recommended at first, that you keep ignoring, is to employ a professional to look after your mom.
Well, you know, if I have to quit my job over this, you can kiss goodbye to your chance of having children. You'd be supporting me, wouldn't you? There is no way we could afford kids then, especially if you had to stop working to have them.
What on earth are you saying? Why is it you can only consider solutions that mean one of us sacrificing something? I'm saying get a professional care worker to come to the house or have a daycare center come and pick her up and look after her during the day. If everyone works together, we wouldn't have to put her in a nursing home. There's no reason I should have to shoulder the whole burden by myself. That's all I'm saying.
I didn't know that you could be so obstinate. Why is this so difficult for you? Why is it that you don't want to look after my mom so badly?
It's really not that I don't want to help out.
Then what is it? Look, if you can't find it in yourself to help me out in a situation like this, I think we should consider getting a divorce.
Excuse me?
You're not fulfilling your role and responsibilities as my wife. When we got married, we didn't agree that we could just pick and choose when to help each other out. I don't see the meaning in us being married anymore if you're going to be like this.
You think you can divorce me because I refuse to quit my job and care for your mom full-time for free? That's completely ridiculous, Brian.
If you don't like it, why don't you come back here and tell everyone that you look after mom? Then we can stop worrying about this and everyone will feel better.
I think you've got this wrong. You can't give me that kind of ultimatum. It's not fair.
It looks like we're getting a divorce then, doesn't it?
What makes you think you have the right to decide all of this stuff and force me to choose between two situations I don't want?
Like I said, if you don't like it, come back here. All you have to do is apologize and promise you'll look after mom as best as you can. This is your responsibility because you're married to the eldest son of a respectable, traditional family.
I honestly think you're going crazy with this eldest son stuff.
I'm totally serious, Christina. I can just download the divorce papers and print them off here. Shall I sign them and give them to you later? Then you can just decide what to do. It should be pretty simple. We don't have any kids or shared property. Christina, where are you? My dad wants you over at his place now to look after mom. He says he just needs you to make dinner if that's all you can manage, but it's getting late. You have to go there.
I'm sorry, but I can't go over there now because I'm busy.
Oh man, not this again. Are you still refusing to help us out? How long are you going to keep this up? You are such a heartless woman. Don't you have any idea of how to be a good wife?
No, like I keep saying, none of this fits my idea of what a good wife is expected to do.
Everyone is relying on you to help out with this. You're betraying the entire family with this foolishness. Can't you act like a wife for just one moment? Have some humility and make my dad some dinner.
Well, it's a shame he doesn't have anyone to make his dinner. I wonder if he's considering making it himself. I don't need to act like a wife since I don't consider myself anyone's wife. So I'd appreciate it if you didn't contact me asking for wifely support anymore.
What do you mean you're not anyone's wife?
I filed our divorce papers yesterday. It might take a while to get the final judgment, but I definitely think I don't have to do what you want anymore. I found a new place. I'll move out by the end of this week.
Oh, you really went through with it? I thought that we were just messing around.
You signed all the papers and declared your assets and everything. At what point did you expect me to say I wasn't serious? Of course I was serious. I would never have taken it so far if I wasn't. You even met my lawyer. You said if I didn't want to look after your mom, we would get a divorce. So that's what happened, Brian.
But we never really sat down and talked about it. I thought that you were just bluffing. Can you retract after you submitted them? Call your lawyer and tell him it was a mistake. I refused to get a divorce from you. I didn't mean you could just file without talking to me about it.
No, I can't retract them. You went along with the whole thing. You signed everything happily. Do you think the court would believe you if you said you didn't know what was going on?
Do something about it, Christina.
Why are you so freaked out by this? You're the one who served me with the papers originally. I just agreed.
But look, I just wanted to scare you. I didn't actually think you would do it.
So you just wanted to divorce me as a prank then? If that's true, it actually just makes me more certain that I don't want to be with you. What kind of irresponsible person gets a divorce to scare someone? But it's too late for regrets now. You only have yourself to blame. You tried to force me to care for your mom when I said I couldn't. So you served me with divorce papers. None of that is my fault.
Are you seriously filing for divorce?
I already did! And because we both agreed to all of the arrangements, it's basically a foregone conclusion. And I'm not going to reconsider, so don't try to persuade me. As far as I'm concerned, we're basically strangers now. Good luck with your life, Brian. I'm sure you'll enjoy your freedom.
Why have you done this, Christina? It's not fair on me. How could you just file for divorce so easily? Didn't you ever love me?
I think you're mixed up. It's me who should be saying those things to you. You gave me an ultimatum and said if I didn't look after your mom, we were getting a divorce. So we did. I thought it over a lot, actually. But you didn't give me a choice. It's not like I just got a divorce from you on a whim.
I just didn't believe that you would really go through with it.
Well, that's on you, Brian. If you didn't realize how much stress you caused me, you wouldn't know how serious I was about getting a divorce. Those times when your mom was making my life hell, you never even attempted to help me. And even though we were both working, you thought you would let me do all the housework because it fit in better with my schedule or something. So when you started saying all that stuff about helping to look after your mom, I just couldn't deal with it. It was the final straw for me. I can't put up with your selfishness anymore, Brian. You've taken advantage of me for far too long, and you've never done anything to help me when I was in need. If you want an explanation as to why we're getting a divorce, I suggest you examine your own behavior over the last few years. That's the cause.
But I couldn't help asking you to look after my mom. My dad and both of my brothers seemed to think it was natural that you'd take care of it. But then you said you wouldn't, so you put me in a really hard place.
So why did you agree with them and ask me to do it then? Didn't you think it was strange to ask me? You obviously didn't because you kept telling me I had to. It's too late now to pretend you didn't have a choice. That's always been my main issue here. You don't stand up for me.
But I had to agree with them because I'm the eldest son.
Oh, there you go again. I'm dying to ask. What did I ever gain by being the wife of the eldest son? I've never been given special privileges because of it. On the contrary, actually. It seems like that was the reason I was usually treated worse than the rest of the family. I suppose if I got especially mean comments directed at me, maybe my special privilege was to be treated like garbage by everyone else.
I don't think you're entitled to special privileges because you're the wife of the eldest son, though.
Okay, I really don't understand why I was being asked to look after your mom then. It doesn't make any sense. Either it's special or it's not, Brian. So which is it? Why should I have to make special sacrifices if I don't get any special privileges? It seems like you're just making it up so that you can force me to do things I don't want to. Maybe if your mom and dad were really nice to us and took special care of us because we're the eldest, I might feel like I had to repay them for that. But that's never happened, has it?
But we're a family. It's just expected that we should look after each other.
If that's the case, then surely that means your brothers are included too. Carl is the one who always seemed to get the most special treatment because he's the youngest. Your dad even bought him a car last year.
That's because he couldn't work unless he had a car, and he couldn't afford to buy one himself.
But Steve and Naomi also get treated pretty nicely. Didn't your parents give them money to help pay for their wedding ceremony? How about us? I don't think we've ever got anything from your parents.
That's because I can take care of myself. I've just never needed any help from my parents.
That's not true, though. Your parents specifically said they weren't going to help us with anything. But they didn't mind helping your brothers. I just don't see why I should be the one to take care of your mom when your parents have never done anything kind for me. In fact, your mom made me really miserable the first few years we were married. I'm pretty sure she only stopped because she can't walk well, so she can't get round here to talk down to me and make me feel like a failure all of the time. When you think about it, it's crazy that you would ask me to give up my life to look after someone who treated me like that.
I'm sorry, Christina. I guess I really didn't think of any of this stuff from your perspective.
Well, that's weird because I spent a long time trying to explain to you how you were making me feel, and you refused to listen to any of it.
I was completely in the wrong. I see that now. Can't you reconsider the divorce? I don't want you to leave me.
No, I finally understand you, Brian. When I needed help, you weren't there for me. And it's taken you too long to realize how much you were hurting me.
Oh, don't say that. I didn't mean for you to get hurt. I think if you give me a chance, I can change. I'll pay more attention to what you say. You don't have to look after my mom or anything like that. Let's just live together and get along like we have been doing. I thought we made a great team.
I don't want to continue like we have been, though. Maybe the whole fight about looking after your mom was the thing that made me realize it. But I think this divorce is for the best.
I'm really sorry, Christina. Can't you even consider forgiving me? I know I haven't been a great husband so far, but I promise to protect you properly from now on. Oh, don't leave, please.
It's already been decided. I think you should take some time to reflect. Maybe if you meet someone else, you'll be a better husband next time. But you won't be with me. I just want you to remember that before you're anyone's eldest son, you're a husband. That should have been your priority with me. Five days after that conversation, I left my husband's house and moved back in with my parents. He cried and tried to stop me until the very last moment, but I was all out of sympathy for him. He really pushed me to my limits, and I had nothing left to give. It's true that we divorced because of the argument over his mom's care, but I think the problem started happening way before that even came up. After I left, I heard from Brian's brother's wife, Naomi, that the family tried to make her look after our mother-in-law instead. It seems like none of them ever learned from their mistakes with me. Naturally, Naomi got really mad about it as well and moved back to her parents' house. But I think that's probably temporary. I think in the end they decided that Brian and his youngest brother would help look after their mom together. But that didn't last long because they both got tired of working so hard to care for her when their dad wasn't prepared to help at all. Brian messaged me the other day to say that they're looking for a care home as fast as they can, and he wanted to know if I knew of anywhere. I didn't respond, mainly because I don't know anywhere, but also because it's not my responsibility to help him out anymore. But I hope that this experience has taught him how difficult it is to care for someone in their old age. Maybe now he realizes just how much he was asking of me. Apparently, the problem of figuring out care for my mother-in-law has put the whole household into some serious difficulties. I think as soon as they get their mom into a care home, none of Brian's brothers will be talking to their dad for a very long time. But this is what happens when you try to avoid your responsibilities and make the women around you do all the things you don't want to do yourself. I don't really feel any sympathy for any of them. I just hope I never have to see them ever again. I've mainly been concentrating on work since I left Brian. I'm very busy and I'm finding it really satisfying to focus on myself for a change. I've got my own apartment now, so I can basically relax and do whatever I want. When I compare my life now to how it was when I was first married, I'm definitely feeling more comfortable and happy where I am now. I don't have any regrets about splitting up with my husband. From now on, I'm going to enjoy spending time with people who truly value me and my time. I'm going to make the most of my freedom to just be me. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe for more content. See you next time!